Hey, my loves, and welcome to episode 35 of the Know Who You Are podcast. I am your host, Tamisa D, and over here on this podcast, it is a production of me journaling out loud, sharing my daily, weekly life lessons with you guys, and putting them into context so that we can all learn, grow, and flourish together, right? Because that's what life is about, growing and becoming better. Listen. Let's talk about being hidden, right? And you ask, what do you mean by being hidden? Hidden in plain sight, but also being seen at the same time. Does that make sense? Because when I say it out loud, it doesn't make sense, but on the inside, I understand it clearly, right? So today I had two different situations that happened to me that really is in the same realm, but they both came off in different vibes. Let's say that. So they both happened at work, and the first interaction I would say was, fairly positive. And one of the guys who I've never personally seen before at my place of work, he said to me, "Hey, how are you?" And I responded, "Good, and you?" He was like, "I'm well." I say, "Well, I've never seen you here before." And his response to me was, "Really? I'm here all the time. And I notice you all the time. I see you all the time." And I was like, wow, even when you don't see, even when you don't realize, there's always someone watching you. Even when you don't notice it, there's always someone watching you. Now, I would say that situation was fairly positive. It was a very nice exchange. It was nothing negative there. Now, to put that into context, I want to say this. On your pursuit to purpose, on your pursuit to becoming, on your journey, wherever you are at this moment in your journey, do not get discouraged because you're not receiving the feedback you thought you would. You're not receiving the support you thought you would. Maybe you're having overwhelming feelings of being alone and that what you're working towards just is not developing and that it's not going anywhere. I want to say to you this, and listen to me very clearly. They are watching. They can be that person who can assist you along your journey. They can be someone who is jealous. They could be someone who's just sitting around waiting for you to obtain what they feel like success is before they celebrate you openly. They can be anyone. But what I'm saying is, whoever they is for you, they're sitting back and they're watching. And a lot of people will not support you until it's beneficial to them. A lot of people will not support you because they're jealous. A lot of people will not support you because they simply don't understand what you're doing. That's okay. Keep going and understand that you are being watched. People are taking notice. Whether they're celebrating you or not, you celebrate yourself. No matter how big, no matter how small, no matter how in between with the sizing your win is, you celebrate you. Throughout your entire journey, your highs, your lows, the downfalls, the uphill climbs, celebrate yourself. I read an article, well, let me not say an article. I read a post on Facebook and it was talking about Noah and the ark. And God told Noah to build the ark. Noah had no clue what he was preparing for. He did not know the extent of what was going to happen. But he took that word that was given to him by God and he took action, and Noah went to work. People looked at Noah like he was crazy. People laughed at Noah. People talked about Noah. But guess what? Noah had tunnel vision. And even if he did feel some type of way, we won't ever know. But he continued to push forward and to work on the word that was given to him. And he was successful in building the ark. And then what happened? God flooded the land, but Noah was prepared. Noah had positioned himself and holding on to that word that was delivered to him by God himself. And he was positioned and ready for when that rain came. Are you positioned and ready for the opportunity that's coming for you? So let me tell you, let them laugh at you if they want to laugh. Let them look at you and think you're crazy if they want to think you're crazy. Let them talk behind your back. Let them be envious. Because let me tell you something, even Jesus, before he was crucified on that cross, even Jesus was done wrong. Even Jesus was talked about. When you are chosen, when you are set apart, you're going to have a lot of things that come against you, but you have to stand firm in knowing who you are and understand that everything works together for the good of those who love the Lord. And if God has given you a word, you hold on to that word and you take action on that word. Let go of fear. You have to release that thing. And you have to put yourself in the mindset of Noah. All I have is this word that God has given me. I am going to work diligently towards creating what it is that was spoke to me. And I'm not going to care about what other people have to say about it, because see, God did not give them that word. God gave it to me because he know I have what it takes to see it through. Listen, whatever it is you're working on, you have what it takes to bring it to fruition. You have what it takes to bring it into the tangible realm. And people are watching you from afar, some through the eyes of envy, some through the eyes of jealousy, some through the eyes of admiration. They're proud of you. They just don't know how to say it. You have some people who are rooting you on, who you never met before, but they see the work you're doing. They're rooting you on. You have some people that wish you fail. Listen, you're going to have a boatload of people with different emotions towards what you're doing, but you cannot focus on that. You have to keep your eye on the prize, like Noah kept his eye on building that ark and putting those animals in that ark. You have to focus on your dream. You have to focus on that word that was given to you. And you have to treat it as your ark. And you have to begin to build. Because let me tell you something. When that flood comes, you need to be prepared. When that flood of blessings come, you need to be prepared and positioned, ready to receive. You need to be prepared and positioned, ready to move forward with that opportunity. It's time to position yourself. It's time to position yourself. You have been in your season of building. You have been in your season of development. And God said it is time to open up the floodgates and to rain the blessings down. But you must be prepared and positioned. And understand, even if they're watching, no matter what lens they're watching through, you have to know who you are and you have to focus on that. And keep moving forward. And know that you got this. You are beautiful. To the woman listening to this, you are deserving. You are amazing. And you matter. Don't give up on yourself. You've done that enough. It's time to move forward. It's time to see this thing through. It's time to believe in yourself like never before. It's time to step into your destiny with a boldness. It's time for you to know who you are. It's time for you to know who God says you are. And it's time for you to work towards your goals with everything you have inside of you and to not look back. Remember, the rearview mirror is only for backing up. You're moving forward. So you adjust that mirror and you keep it moving. You got this. All right, you guys, this has been episode 35 of the Know Who You Are podcast. I am your host, Tamisa D. And as always, it has been a pleasure having a conversation with you. I hope you're having a beautiful day, evening, night, whatever time it is that you're listening to this podcast, and know that you are loved. I love you. God loves you. And let's keep moving forward and knowing who you are and accepting who you are. Let's get to work. Peace.